Back inside the studios of OnePlay Africa, you are welcome. This is the fun zone. You know, when we sit like this, then education is about to hit you. Yes, I don't know where you're watching us from, but big shout outs to you wherever you are. Don't forget to subscribe and also recommend this particular content to other people so they can also enjoy. My name is Roland Amate. You know, when we sit like this inside the studios of OnePlay Africa, Maka just says sometimes don't be surprised when you see us on the highway. You know, OnePlay there, we have lots of miracles. But in the studio with me, I have the big man to help me do the big conversation. You know, Fan Zone is all about you, the fans. We discuss the things that you guys see on social media. We make you guys celebrities because we are part of the ecosystem. We can't leave you out. So when the celebrities speak, the pundits speak, the industry people speak, you should also speak and we should listen to you. So the Naya Radio is here to help me do the breakdown of your conversation. So just give us a few minutes, then we wrap it up here. Big man, welcome.
I'm just so, bro.
I hear Ghana is jubilating. Like the latest news on the block means that Ghanaian, like you go on the internet, Grammy is trending #1, Grammy is trending #2, High Life is trending #3, Asaka Music is trending #4, Ghanaian Drill is trending #5. Are you guys okay? What is your first reaction when you saw that particular publication on the Grammy page when they said they've included High Life? So I'm sure you'll be asking what I'm talking about. It is about a category that Grammy has infused in the 2024 Grammy ceremony that will happen, yes, in 2024 next year. And that is the best African music performance. In fact, in that particular category, they've listed so many of African music genres, and it includes Afrobeat, that is the one without the S, Afrofusion, Afropop, Afrobeat, the one with the S, Alti, that is alternative music, Amapiano is in there, Bongo Flavor, Jenge is in there, Kizomba, Chimurenga, High Life is in there, Fuji is in there, Kwasa, Ndombolo, Mapuka, Ghanaian Drill, Afro House, South African Hip Hop, and Ethio Jazz genres. These are some of the top genres in Africa that were listed under the best African music performance. Big Nana, when you saw this particular publication, what was your reaction?
My reaction was they can't leave us out.
Wow.
That was my reaction, because when I say they can't leave us out, it's like when you understand how a music awards scheme put together a category,
okay,
you will notice that before a category is announced, there's the basic due diligences, longevity of the category.
Okay.
So if you're going to create a category for, let's say, rock, what is the longevity of that category? Are we be able to say that after 58 years, we can still count people who are doing rock music? So that's a very base of it. So once they do all the due diligence and they check and they message, say, okay, now African music is on the rise. African music is not only Ghana and Nigeria. African music is on the rise. Tanzania is on the rise. Everywhere there's African music is on the rise. Also, African musicians have been winning the Grammys in a certain category on Global Music Award scheme. So Angelique Kidjo, Burna Boy, and the guys from South Africa, the choir, the group, and Black Coffee. So Africans have been winning at the Grammys, but they've been winning at the Global Music category stage. Okay. Which means that they've been able to cut into the system in America, and so they are recognized. So if you're an award scale like the Grammys, who has been awarding that particular thing for so long, you ask yourself, can we help grow the African music or the African musician? What would be our contribution as an award scheme if we are not able to also help popularize a certain genre or genres of music coming from the motherland? Okay. And so you put all that into consideration, and you say, okay, since we've had so many awards and so many nominees from Africa in a global category, can we say every year we can get 5 or 6 to nominate in this category? Okay. If yes, then why don't we also help? It's a way of contributing to grow the African domination happening. And also the culture movement is happening. Look at it carefully. Amapiano is taking over. Afrobeat is taking over. Afrofusion, Burna Boy is taking over. Afropop is taking over. Alte is really doing well. Alte actually, literally, like if you listen to the Amari album, kind of sounds like an R&B mixed with a bit of black soul jazz. So it's something that sits perfectly into the American space. You just want to find a way of categorizing it so that now they can introduce more African artists or more black African artists into the space. So me, when I heard it, I was like, okay, now they can't leave us out. Now it's like they have no other option than to say that you guys should be part of the movement.
But some people are also of the view that, okay, sounds coming from Africa is definitely what they call the Afro, isn't it? But then some people are wondering why they did not give it the bigger umbrella to say, why don't they name that particular category as Afrobeat, so they can classify?
No, they can't. They can't. No, they can't. Listen, we make mistake as people in the music space. My 2 cents is this: high life music is bigger than Afrobeat. No, don't argue it. Because when you travel, Hausa music is high life music. Do you know that? High life Hausa music. There's this legend. I forgot. I saw the video. He was on how do you call it? He was on Giovanni's show 360. I've forgotten the legends. Is it George Wiredu or something? Okay. If it's not, I'll find the name.
George Wiredu is Ashikele.
Yeah, you know, high life music is done across every major African country. Do you know that?
Of course.
So Afrobeat is not done across every major African country, because if you go to Tanzania, they don't do Afrobeat.
They do bongo flavor.
Exactly. So you don't say Afrobeat is bigger, but if you go to Tanzania, there's a traditional music that sits under high life music. So high life is way bigger than Afrobeat. So they can't use one Afrobeat rising of a genre to put everybody else. And that's what I hated about the whole movement. Meow. I hated it with my that's why it was affecting our local music, because all the artists now, they got confused, because it's like the high life was not getting. High life has so many branches. There's contemporary high life, there's guitar bass, there's the drum, there's so many parts. So, and if you travel even Nigeria, they have so many. Zazu, he's what?
He's a high life artist.
So high life is way bigger than the Afrobeat. But unfortunately, the frontliners have become more Afrobeat driven, because it's like the easiest way to identify an African sound coming from the motherland. You know, when you meet a typical, let's say, foreigner, and you say you do maybe high life, they even know high life more than even Afrobeat. Check, ask any typical foreigner, they know high life music, not just, and even the high life is even linked towards us as West Africans more than those in the southern and then the east. But they also do high life music. Okay. This guy I was talking about, this legend said he makes money from Mali with his songs, because his songs are in Hausa and they are traditional sound. So what's the traditional music? This a black on it's traditional. It's Nyumkro. It's supposed to be high life, right? So it's bigger. So they cannot tell the Grammy that because Afrobeat is on the rise in Tino, Yemfa Ubia or Mubia na Diamond Platinum or your Afrobeat.
Well, no.
Once in a while he will do a collaboration with
an Afrobeat,
but he doesn't do Afrobeat.
Of course.
Eddie Kanzo your Afrobeat.
On your Afrobeat.
Harmonize your Afrobeat.
On your Afrobeat.
So how do you say that all these artists who are not Nigerian and Ghanaians, we should be putting on the Afrobeat? Don't you think when they do that they will kill us?
This is just the introduction into this bigger conversation that we are about to have. Of course, we will get your comment.
If you go to South Africa, do they do Afrobeat there?
They don't do Afrobeat.
So why should they put their music? Even them, they have major 2 genres.
They have the South African hip hop.
And then now the Amapiano.
The Amapiano is also in.
Yeah, so how do you say they should put all of them into one basket and call them Afrobeat? Do you know there's an artist called Buffalo Soldier from Zim? Does he do Afrobeat? So why you say you should call everybody Afrobeat artists?
We will go for a quick break. When we come back, we treat your comment. Welcome back. We are still tuned into OnePlay Africa. This is the Fan Zone. So we go straight to the comments of the day. Bernard Success has a post, and he actually re-quoted a post from Sarkodie. That is when the Grammy CEO Harvey Mason Jr. came to Ghana. He had a meeting with some people like Sarkodie, Stoneboy, and the likes. But Beno Success has posted one with the one of Sarkodie with the Grammy CEO. And the Sarkodie's caption is picked up a lot from Harvey last night, reaffirming a lot. And Beno Success says this meeting and the conversation between Sarkodie and the Grammy rep changed everything. You can hate, but that's a fact. And Twilight also came to rebut here. He says both the main genre Sarkodie they do, hip hop and hip life, no need a new category inside. So why are you heaping false praises on the guy's sake of this pick? Big Nana, what's your take on this particular?
The first comment is a fanatic comment that is very unnecessary. Because when the Grammy CEO came to Ghana, he met a lot of people. He even had Denta, big shout out to Denta of Guba Awards. Yeah. Yes, for making that happen. The CEO met a lot of people, and the importance of that meeting was to sit down with all the stakeholders and try and share light on how the scheme works, and also to pick up some data and go back.
Okay.
And it wasn't only Ghanaians that the CEO has met in his entire life as a CEO of Grammy. It's not only Ghanaians. And by the way, I said one ko baby, I said to bag Ghana no be hu nyasa say. I was say Africa for category near the Ghanaian Drill account. You see, sometimes the way Ghana and Nigerians, we think so small of ourselves. We are the most powerful. Nigeria and Ghana are the most powerful culture like vehicles. Because if you go to Tanzania and I don't mention the big artists, you probably would not have heard a lot of Tanzanians, maybe mid-class artists.
Okay.
If you go to South Africa and we don't mention Nasty C, we don't mention the late AKA Novice and things, maybe the Amampiano, like now you will not even know them. So we will drive a lot. So we shouldn't limit our power. We shouldn't reduce our power to such comments. Papa no, or no, a CEO. If you're a CEO of a like I'm a CEO of a company, I have a board. So before I wake up in the morning and I say I want to do something, I have to go to my board and go ask permission. Yes, into no bag Ghana no. It's a way of connecting with its roots. And also, he did us a favor by coming. Because of the entire, and I say be a movement, be a Arabato say it was a touchy base. Did you get it? Into by even he didn't meet Sarkodie, he met Edem, he met Stone, all the big artists, they were there. Plus, if we talk about this thing pushing power, and I say can make us a fuse ODJ.
Okay.
Because in our space, in our circle of Afrobeat vehicles, Fuse has really taken us to the level where at the time when Azunto was the biggest, he took us there. So, and this Fuse met this man, and he lives in London. And from London to
America,
Grammy, it's not far. So if somebody want to take praise, what am I saying? Also, the other comments be say the guy say the hip hop and the hip life not did a thing inside, so therefore take praise. Okay, fine. That thing is a fanatic talk, but there's a reason why there's a Ghanaian drill there. Okay. Did you get it? It's a reason there's a Ghanaian drill. I don't understand why Sark Nation will want to collect something. Sark Nation, they give their artists unnecessary pressure.
So honestly, no pressure.
Unnecessary pressure. Whereas my wako tree, you be dinner term or vacation, you be dinner term. Now for the first lesson, Babana say, "On Kahwa." You see, yeah. After he went to meet the Grammy CEO with their nomination.
Let me take a breather. When I come back, NYDJ also has something to say. We will go into that. Okay, so this is what NYDJ has to say. He says, watch our people fight over the Grammy thing. In fact, when this news came, so many people, high lifers are jubilating. Hip hoppers who fall into the drill sound are jubilating. But hip lifers are peeved because according to them, they feel like hip life should have been part, not the Ghanaian drill. And NYDJ says, watch our people fight over the Grammy thing. And Young Dew says, it be sad. Meanwhile, it be the Nigerians go bag the nominations and win their ourselves. And NY came to say, thank you. Your Uber guy says, GH Twitter full of kids.
I don't know why I don't know why you write thank you under the post the guy made. Because I can bet you for a fact, right? Even the Nigerians who will be nominated are not your typical Nigerians you think they'll be nominated. Have you read the category definition?
Of course.
Have you seen how wide they open the genre?
Me, I brought for no source on the because they said a track and singles category that recognizes recording that utilize unique local expression across the African continent, highlighting the original melodic, harmonic, rhythmic musical tradition. And this is where my interest is. Say the category includes, but it's not limited.
Like, I don't get it. Like, say, okay, I say Africa in part the kind. I am Brofoni in part the kind. And say, I say, until Obu I not dream on any say, hey, I bow with Snibran and need the video budget. But you be surprised.
That you bet me up for Beyonce, why Afrobeat album crack the shame they be cool because we feature.
Maybe so I say my boom for me pacho. All right, featuring Shatawale near then.
Already
near then.
Afrobeat.
Ah, in twice way.
Okay.
So already Shatawale ni Beyonce. Afrobeat. Na brown skin girl say then.
Afrobeat.
Na Rihanna ni Thames je na mo ya ma.
Afrobeat.
Into Thames trauma Rihanna no so say category no some say some jazz and then people. Yeah, massa mo chiri.
You say it's not limited to.
Yes, but fight now NY can. He wasn't referring to the people as in the musicians so.
Okay.
He was referring to the fan bases.
Okay.
Yeah, he was saying that watch how the fan bases are going to fight over the thing. You win at the buy, you win at the buy, you win at the buy. You bet him can answer by say, Wally, a jumping on Beyonce already, no? Beyonce who said, Charlie, this Afrobeat thing is really good. And also Tony Braxton also put Burna Boy's last in her performance. Yes, in her performance. And so Wizkid has worked with Drake before on One Dance, Come Closer. And so there are so many entries. Don't forget Black Coffee, if he's South Africa or a DJ or something artist. He's been winning the Grammys unmentioned, doing a bit of every African sound. The local melodic that is what the problem is. So me, I see, like for instance, I see that this is a very big good news for Walasi, Bisakede, Akan Reyala. I see it's for good news for Sancho for the band.
Wow.
I see good news for Adenkule Gold. Simi.
That's my girl.
And see, when you go deeper, it's they can meet. That's what Iyo said on 3 Music some time ago. He said one more. Grammys. Because if you talk about local or African local melodic, I see manifest.
Somebody has posted a picture of Sarkodie in a kitchen cooking, and you know if Sarkodie is in a kitchen cooking, it is jollof.
Yes.
But Sarkodie feeding jollof there.
Except by finding form.
And some guy says Sarkodie inviting the Asaka boys to come over, and that is the caption of the picture now. And Mao says, and don't be an one year, Sak is number 1. God, you say Asaka boys in the Ghanaian Drill, when did this picture? This is their time.
I mean, I know say the Abano, they will claim, I've seen the Ashanti Kingdom page.
So the Ashanti Kingdom says it started from Kumasi here, original, undiluted, rhythmic, erupted suddenly like an earthquake, took the entire city by surprise with a serious city brand, Kumerica. 3 years down the line, Grammys recognized Asaka music, into brackets, Ghanaian Drill, as one of the African music genre. Piao!
There's a line I want to quote from Manifest. It said Ghanaians and titles. I find it absurd. If you go to the industry inside proper, this morning when I woke up, I was listening to Sarkodie. Mr. Ghanaians and titles. Manifest the kind. I say I find it absurd because Ghana for pay. I mean, category 20 years. Okay, I say. What they Ghana for? See, okay, I said BET, they created a category and they tried to get Africans into the scheme.
Of course.
Ever since Stone and Sack went in and they won. D Black and Kojentry and things. Right? Every time a Ghanaian will get a nomination at the BET, check. Camille say, I see viewers' choice. The baby are now Uncle Phony Rano. Intimi Raho be mo. Is an Ahona German Kofobi. Yeah. What I'm saying is, there is a bigger conversation than Asaka brought the Ghanaian Drill. Bro, I have Sarkodie album, highest album, before I came here to record this show.
Okay.
Right? I've listened to a lot of songs. Sark does not need Asaka boys to get a drill song to blow. One Sark has done a drill song with Joey B. That was crazy. And by the way, the drill now more can Kwaku smoke. Yeah, Kwaku smoke more because me I smoke money bosom. Even bosom traditional trap.
See, I say Krumsikeni taxes. The facts, your taxes, will be actors, mathematics.
Chairman,
Mathematics. Yeah, the Grammys. Our last story before we wrap up.
But no, wait, let's do some medication.
Okay.
So if a drill song comes from Africa, Niger, South Africa, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and it sounds like the definition, someone himself, they will also enter.
Of course, there's a South African hip hop in there, so don't even lose the fact. But let me also add this to the education. Say there's also a rules of engagement here that the Grammy CEO spelled it out like explicitly. He said you need to do your tradings in America.
No me pese mechanic because mechanic be amateur be tell me tie me bu baby boy can say Beyonce ni Shatta Eden.
Okay, so Shatawale, our body, he's also in the news before we wrap up. He came to make this post. Oh, I should try my first comedy show and see. Let me know what you think. If only you buy tickets. And Obi said, that is my promo says, unless you sell tickets 5 Ghana. And Keka Wadrin aka Shabachal says, Keka Wadrin aka Shabachal says, please, I'm a comedian, but I've never made anyone laugh before. Please feature me in your skit and let me try putting a smile on the sad boy's face. So we are kind. No wonder you've never made.
Shatta is the most smartest artist I've seen in recent time from Ghana.
With this post?
Yes. With this post. But unfortunately, his smartness will not allow him to go ahead and really be smart.
Explain.
When you go to US, when you go to the hip hop industry, all of them count the number of movies. Even now, people forget that Ludacris is an artist. All these artists have certain things that they do, extensions that puts them always in a certain line of showbiz that gives them revenue.
Okay.
If I was Shatta, I would just pick a phone, call Obi and Ponsa, call Lexi the comic, call George K or call Sammy Flex and say, guys, let's do a comedy show. I will open it with a music performance. You guys should put together some content for me. Let me get the people who have mimicked me and they are not shopping from it. So Jacqueline Mensah, the boy, what's his name? Made in Ghana. All these boys. Let me put them all into one room, create a nice comedy show, and then they act it on stage. And then I don't need any of my artist friends to come because Shatta Wale songs alone can do for 20 million shows. So at the National Theatre, Shatta Wale on cut. When he comes in, a bit of music, a bit of comedy. Let me get my friend Funny Face to come in and come and dance with me. When I go off, Made in Ghana, Jacqueline Mensah and the rest of the young cast who are eating from me should come and do a skit, and then people should enjoy. And then Obi and Ponsa and Lexi will be the main night, the comedy night itself. Every year, Shatta can milk a lot of dough from that thing.
Wow, this has been the Fan Zone live inside the studios of OnePlay Africa. Me wrap it up and I come back. You can wrap up. Yeah, I come back. Okay, director say I'm come back. When you come back, I'll wrap up. This has been the Fan Zone live inside the studios of OnePlay Africa. My name is Roland Amati. I know you enjoyed yourself. let us hear from you. The comment section is definitely designed for you. But make sure you follow the YouTube community guidelines. I am too much. If you have anything to say, just say it. Don't come and say he's not making sense. And kasa you not make sense with that statement. So if you have something to say, just say it. But make sure you recommend this channel to other people so they can also enjoy what you're enjoying. I'll meet you in the next episode. Adios. Bye-bye.
OnePlay. Add class to your music.
Thank you for watching OnePlay Africa on YouTube. Kindly subscribe to our channel for more.